I was not expecting a defender to still be right there. I thought they were going to vacate the area. They did not. I don't know how that wasn't picked. What even happened on that? It looked like Isaiah Jones just straight up took the ball from the safety. Low key. Whitfield was open. Wow, that's a touchdown. This was a super dangerous throw. How did he not get that? I guess his hands just didn't line up. I mean, it phases through his hand. It literally phases through his hands. Wow, that is crazy. Welcome to Florida State, Season 3. We're already here at Season 3. Florida State has not appeared on the channel since April. So it's been a while. And it's July right now. So it's been a while since, they've ever appeared. And it probably won't even appear in July because we're doing Ohio State Dynasty Season 3 right now. So, of course, Florida State is going to appear maybe after Ohio State gets done. Like maybe first week of August, probably, is when Florida State will appear. Or maybe late July, I'm not sure. But we just got off a championship season that we desperately needed after getting heartbroken and losing an upset game against Florida the year prior, 2 years ago. And so now all that's in the past. We're ready for Season 3. The first Season 3 that Florida State has ever seen. Florida State never saw Season 2, and now that is done, we are on to Season 3. Let's jump right into recruiting, waste no time. As you saw, yes, we have Michigan, who's number 4, as the first game of our schedule. Jimbo Fisher is still at the helm. Let's go ahead and offer Mike Hardy a 5-star scholarship. Let's offer E.J. Johnson a scholarship. Let's offer Brendan Thompson a scholarship. Instant commit. There you go. Adam Savoy, offer you a scholarship. Chad Thomas, Lauren Smith, Pete West. Let's see. We're looking to repeat and defend our title this season, and that will be it for Florida State. We'll move on to other teams. Mike Rhodes will offer you a scholarship. John Clark, you can get a scholarship as well. Let's see. Yep, all right. So, got a first commit of the season. First I want to do the AP poll, the preseason poll, and then the depth chart like we always do. Our schedule. Can't believe it. We're already at Florida State Season 3, bro. I remember filming Florida State Season 1 back at my temporary place that I was filming in April. The place that I was visiting that wasn't my house, but just where I was reporting from. And now look where we are. Time flies. So we're the preseason number 1. Louisville is 2. Bama 3. Michigan 4. Who was our first game? Maryland 5. Ohio State 6. A&M 7. Texas 8. Georgia 9. Florida, UCF is 10, Stanford is 11, Florida is 12, USC 13, Miami 14, Tennessee 15, K-State 16, OU is 17, 18 is Virginia Tech, Iowa is 19, 20 is Oregon, Ole Miss 21, 22 is Penn State, 23, Clemson 24, Connecticut 25 is San Diego State. Take a look at our schedule of the year. So we open against Michigan, then play Virginia, Duke, Wake Forest, play number 5 Maryland as their second year in the Big Ten. Wait, are they in the Big Ten? Yeah, in the Big Ten. North Carolina State. Then number 2 Louisville. We got number 14 Miami. Miami has played us tough in both years. We've almost lost to them both years. We played Miami 2 times last year, and both times they were close. The ACC championship game where we won 24-21, and then in the regular season game, 27-24, I believe. Or I think it was the same score, 24-21. That's the Miami scripts. We're supposed to lose against Miami and Florida, but we beat them both times. Then we played Clemson, who's a 50-50 chance for a script. Boston College, who also is another scripted game. They play us tough for no reason. Syracuse, and then Florida, who also definitely scripts and cheats and plays us tough. Has played us tough both years. Of course, 2 years ago we lost them, but then last year we got them back. And a crazy game where I think it was Wiseman, I want to say, who got that interception on the 1 yard line. It was a very um, New England Patriots, Malcolm Brown, I think, or Malcolm something. Interception at the goal line in the Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl. We got that same interception against Florida and won. So there's the schedule. Now introducing to the team, the depth chart. Jameis Winston, the All-American, is over at 99. He's a junior. And in real life, he got drafted in 2015. So he's still here. Jacob Coker is backing him up. Mario Pender is a starter with Devontae Freeman gone. And Jeremy McIntosh, the sophomore. Kyle Goodman. So we're pretty young. Why is Jalen Ramsey a fourth string? What are we doing? What are we doing, guys? Yeah, that's a no. So, hmm. I guess Marcus Gaines can do that. Fullback, Giorgio Newberry. Kelvin Benjamin is still here. In real life, he left after 2013, but he is still here as a redshirt senior. Brian Webb, the sophomore, the talented sophomore who had that one-handed catch in the rain that one time. We've respected him. We made him a starter. We kept saying we would start him last season, but we never did. We kept forgetting as soon as we would start a new game of the season. So now we officially remembered in the offseason. We made him an official starter. Congrats to the sophomore Brian Webb, who's a true breakout freshman a season ago. Isaiah Jones is the starter. Levante Whitfield, Tayshaun Cruz, and Tom Bush, the freshman. Christo Kurtsitis returns as our tight end. I think Nick O'Leary, the tight end last season, and so Christo Kurtsitis becomes that starter. Left tackle Ira Denson, left guard Kelvin Mitchell, center Ryan Hofield. Kevin Ferwarda is back at right guard. Right tackle is Wilson Bell. Left end is Chris Casher, the All-American. Right end is Mario Edwards, the senior, who's still here and is still holding it down with Emmanuel Hirold, the freshman, backing him up. DeMarcus Walker, the junior, backs up Chris Casher. Now Lawrence. Adam Thomas, the sophomore from a season ago, super talented. And Michael Hurd, another freshman from a year ago, making the start this year as a sophomore. Travis Benson, a true freshman, a redshirt, 6'6", 243. And William Harris, another freshman, 6'4". So we're very young in the defensive tackle department. Tarek Smith, our best linebacker, is back. He's returning. This is probably his final year. Of course, Matthew Thomas, the All-American middle linebacker. Last linebacker, Ukeme Iligwe is right outside linebacker. Let's see, Thomas. Yeah, so our secondary, Keelan Smith, the All-American, back. Ronald Darby is still here. A very good corner. Jalen Ramsey is back. He had an interception in the championship game against A&M last year. Tyler Hunter also returns, and P.J. Williams. So our secondary is super experienced. We have a super experienced secondary. Gerard Williams, the All-American safety, returns. And Lamarcus Brutus returns as well. So again, our defense is just as stacked as a year ago. Roberto Aguirre is kicker. Punter is Kaysen Beaton, kick returner. Levante Whitfield. And punt returner is also Levante Whitfield. So there's the team. We look very good. I'm just saying. Like, we look dangerous, especially on defense. Looking to repeat and begin this season 3. So we're going to open against Michigan. Michigan is favored. It's a home game. Let's get it. First game of Florida State. Season 3. The final season for the Seminoles. We just finished Ohio State Dynasty. Ohio State is finished. We're done. We're now on to Florida State. Reporting for that has concluded. And we won't see the Seminoles again until 2023. So a long time, almost 8 years in the game universe, until we see the Seminoles again. So I hope you enjoyed them while they were here, because you won't see them again for a long time. Blame Florida State because they didn't have any good teams. Really, from 2016 up until 2022, they were garbage. So we don't play with garbage teams. Blame Florida State for that. Quick throw. We're there, only gained 2. Looking to defend our title. That is not the play I wanted. Timeout. That is not the play I want. Wasting timeouts this early in the season. It's not a Meech VC video if I don't waste my timeouts. Of course, I have a long history with Michigan in this game. They have done some unspeakable things on the channel. Knew it! That could have been a user pick. Crazy how he didn't get tackled there, just bounced off that. On the ball from Smith to break it up. Are they in field goal range? No. Well, they're going to try it. They better not make this, too. This is from midfield. This better be a miss. This better be a miss. Oh, it's almost blocked, and it is. Michigan comes up empty. Courtsitis. Courtsitis is courtside. Courtsitis. Courtsitis and that Michigan corner are staring at each other very intently. But it dropped by Webb.
He intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Not Isaiah Jones making people miss. Wow. See, look, we're not bouncing off any tackles. We're instantly sucked into a tackle animation. See, I tell you, Michigan be cheating in this game, just like in real life with Connor Stallion. They be cheating.
Number 7 on the carry. Gain of 2 yards. That makes it 3rd and goal.
How do we not get in? Because we have a very bad running playbook. We don't have any good running plays.
That brings up 4th and goal.
Newberry, how did he not get in?
Called a gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
We're there. Lost the 3. Here comes the Seminole chant. Nothing. A lot of defense early on for both sides. I mean, we were literally at the doorstep of the end zone, but we have horrible play selections for running the ball.
That makes it 2nd and 10. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
We need a better run game. Benjamin, who is still here. I thought he would be gone after the 2013 season, but he stayed last year. I was for sure thought he was leaving then, and he's still here. Go. Pender! Touchdown! Screen caught them off guard, and we score the season's first touchdown. Maybe we should have called a screen there on 4th and goal instead of getting stuffed at the 1. There's been a lot of defense so far.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Not what I meant to do. Ramsey misses, but Darby cleans up.
That's good for a gain of 7 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4. That's a gain of 12 on the play. 1st down.
Man left.
7-0 heading into the second. Offense looks okay so far. We don't look terrible. That should have been intercepted, not batted down, Brutus. That was yours.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
We're there on the screen. It loses a yard, 3rd and long. Morris has not taken off, but I know he can. They're going to call another screen, and that's not going to go anywhere. We're ready for it. Another punt for Michigan. Their 3rd. Again, the revamped Dynasty Series is returning for the first time in over 2 years. In August, that's when we'll officially start revamped. And base game will... Dog, we keep getting shoved back by that nose tackle. Henry Poggi is wrecking the O-line. Can't see, doesn't matter. Court side, it's his court side. Texas A&M winning in a shootout against Clemson on the road. Clemson is the very first team we're playing with in Revamped Dynasty, followed by Alabama, then OU, then Houston, then Stanford. And I can't wait for that too. You don't have to wait, but we got to wrap up the 5 other teams as well, or 4 other teams. Bro, why is our run game terrible?
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. Third down.
Whitfield dropped the ball.
Whitfield, the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 4th and 1.
We're going to go for it. We can't afford not to get it. Newberry got it. We should have called that play instead. Courtside is again. Courtside. Courtside is proving to be a reliable target early on. Jones, another drop. That's number 3. Webb, Whitfield, and Jones all dropping passes.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Oh, he got caught off again by the screen. And Bender completely confused number 42. Did you see the moves he had to do? Did you see the warping of reality that the CPU tried to do to catch up after I completely broke its ankles? Look at this. How does he still run backwards, turn around, and then finally like that, bro? No way. Gonna take off Winston. Nobody's guarding Winston at all. Winston. Nobody was anywhere near him. McIntosh touchdown. They're on the draw.
Makes it 2nd and 6.
He shouldn't have all day like that. Almost picked off by Smith. It should have been.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Ready? 12. Mike 12. Let's go.
He's running sideways. Brutus, why would you purposely go this way when you see him going that way? Again, the stupidity of the AI when it's on my team is infuriating. You see him going this way. Why would you go the other way?
Williams gets the tackle. 3:28 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
Yeah, I was right there. I love how it didn't give me animation either. I could easily pick that. We just gotta contain Morris. That doesn't happen if we just contain Morris. What's the flag? Courtside? Is this courtside? He's courtside.
Offside. Defense.
We decline it.
That penalty is declined.
29 on the play. 1st down.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Set. Blue 14.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Courtside is go. We want to chew all the clock we can. We don't want to give Michigan any time left.
The 37-yard line. That makes it 3rd and 3.
Mike set. 10.
Webb got it. Jones. Jones again. We got him on the ball.
Blue 14.
One's going to be open. Yep, it's Benjamin touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin. And it makes me happy. Makes me want to say, Caden. Caden, it makes me happy.
Man left, man left. Three down. Mike 12.
He's not going to get it off. He's almost sacked. What did I tell you about Michigan? They always do something. They always try something. And if that was a touchdown, the fury that would have manifested. Can't guard two people. Can't guard them. Spin, wham, caught, touchdown. What a bomb from Winston to find him. Michigan fell asleep. And the run game's not been working at all, but the play action has been killing Michigan this game. Killing. Our pass game's on point. Our run game, not so much. Michigan almost scored miraculously off a Hail Mary. Just ridiculous. Forrest is not like that.
left, man left. Four down, four down. Check right 12. Right 12, right 12. Ready. East. Still down.
All over the run, going nowhere. Run game for Michigan has not really been there. We're contained there. Round one. She had pizza, the carrots, and what was in your tinfoil thing? We're just going to call. Surprise, they go screen. And it's dropped. Good go. Bender, I tried to hit a juke move. It didn't let me.
That's a loss of 13 on the play. That'll bring up third and long.
Last second throw to Jones. And he's not going to get enough.
That brings us 4th and 7.
Go game. Nothing. We have shut down the run. It's not been there for Michigan. It hasn't been. So stupid. So stupid. He should have been sacked. There was nobody open, and he breaks the tackle.
That makes it 1st and 10.
He should have been sacked.
Gain of 14 yards. First down. Number 16 tackles his goal less. Loss of 4 yards on that. That makes it 2nd and 15.
They're going to lose even more yards for trying to cheat.
Loss of 2.
How will Michigan cheat this time? They have been behind the sticks the majority of the game on offense. That should have been picked off by Darby.
Was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 4th and 1.
Nope.
The kick is no good.
Oh, don't lie. Another missed field goal for Michigan. They come up empty again.
Benjamin makes the grab. Thomas makes the tackle. 41. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
We're throwing that to Webb, who's already got a touchdown.
That's good enough for FSU. First down. Thomas is the tackle. On the play. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
We need to get the run game going, though. Like, it's just not there.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
Number 7, the ball carrier. No gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
The CPU is not tripping over their own feet like that. They are still on their feet, running the ball. Gonna hit them on the crosser. It's Webb. Webb! The talented sophomore. Touchdown, Pond Pinder. Getting ugly for Michigan. They've not had an answer to our zone defense.
The kickoff is down for a touchback.
We'll get them fours up. It's all Seminoles.
With the reception, Thomas with the tackle at the 33-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Not enough. Ronald Darby. Michigan has just been shut down the whole time on offense this game. That is Pender's longest run of the game. We can't be successful if we don't have a run game. That's a non-negotiable. Touchdown.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
McIntosh with a burst of speed. So I would say we looked very good in our opening debut. Offense got off to a real slow start. We eventually found our rhythm. Our foot to court side is because he's court side and he caught it. Court side is he beat court side.
Makes it 3rd and goal.
Hey, check. Stop your bonnet. X, go. Down. 10-19. Hey.
Yeah, he just couldn't decide.
He intended to receive it right there. That makes it 2nd and 10.
It's not been a good game for him.
Man left, man left. Four down, four down. Mike 12. Mike 12.
Again, you see how many broken tackles and tackles he just bounced off of that we would get tackled on?
Four down, four down. Check Mike 12. Mike 12, Mike 12. Let's go. Watch it. 5. Hold on. 55.
Guys, come on.
Number 22 makes the reception. 20 yards. First down.
Tight right, tight right. Three down. Mike 12, Mike 12. Red 85. Red 85. Tight right.
This is a run. Gain of 5 yards. That brings him 2nd and 5.
Tight right, tight right. Four down, four down. Mike 12. Mike 12. Set. 345. 345.
That wasn't a first down.
Number 42 makes the tackle at the 30-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10.
Larry, Larry. Ease out. 12's the Mike. Here we go. D. Ready. All day. Green.
Number 22 makes the reception. Call it a gain of 7 yards. That'll bring
Pretty disappointing opener for Michigan. They just didn't have the offense to keep up.
Roger, Roger. Four down, four down. Mike 12. Mike 12.
Thomas enters that game. Gain of 16. That makes it 1st and goal.
Right left, right left. Three down, three down. Check Mike 12. Mike 12, Mike 12.
Put him to the ground. Thank you. Thank you. That should have been happening way more.
That brings him 2nd and goal.
Man left, man left. Four down, four down. Mike 12, Mike 12. Green, 19.
That makes it 3rd and goal.
Mike 12.
Green. And that's not going to go anywhere. That's going to lose yards. Michigan just in the game, Michigan. You lost. You lost, Michigan. Just deal with it. Not enough turnover. That's going to do it. Michigan losing. Seminoles victorious in their home opener in the final campaign for Florida State. 400 yards passing for Winston on 3 touchdowns. No turnovers either. We looked very good out there. 391 yards, passing 3 touchdowns, 24 for 29. That's what you want. That is what you want. That's how you want to open up a home opener. Braylon Webb, 59-yard touchdown, had some catches. Run game, though, still doesn't look good. And that is an issue. Winston, 24. We already know Winston's stats. Well, he's only sacked once, 30.1 QBR. Fender just 64 yards, but 2 touchdowns. They're both goal line touchdowns. Jeremy McIntosh, goal line touchdown. Courtside, he's courtside to the Lakers game. 121, no touchdowns, though. Jones, 78, 128 for the sophomore Brian Webb and a touchdown. 19 for Benjamin, a touchdown. 45 for Pender and a touchdown. Eligwe leads the team in tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2 for Darby, 1 for Williams. Darby also had a deflection, tackle for loss for Edwards, 2 for Castor and a sack. Keelan Smith deflection. Thomas had a tackle for loss and a deflection for Jalen Ramsey. Ford was 20 for 31, 244, 1 touchdown. We only sacked him twice. 64% completion percentage. He should have had at least 2 picks. He didn't. Longs was 61. Derek Green was just shut down. 29 yards rushing. Morse had 43. Northland at 44, 125 for punches, 29 for Darbo, and 36 for Dukes. So Brendan Thompson, our left guard, commits after we completely destroyed number 4 Michigan. We got Virginia. This is our first time playing Virginia. Virginia 0-2. The recruiting. So who signed? Only one. Gonna spend some points toward John Clark, Timmy Fritz, Andre Matthews for sure, John Harrison, offer Colt Taylor scholarship, Devin Mitchell. I don't know if we need 700 to these guys, though. Offered Jarvis Johnson a scholarship. Okay, so we look good in our last game on 1 commit. No one's ready to visit yet. A little too early. We got Virginia, who's 0-2. Our first time playing Virginia in the Dynasty. Who's after Virginia? Who do we play? So Virginia lost to UCLA only by 2, then they lost to Wake Forest. We got Duke and Wake Forest afterwards. I mean, wow. So it looks like we don't play a winning team till number 2 Louisville all the way in October. I really hope that doesn't, play out to where every team we play is winless. That would be a little inconvenient. So this is battle for the Jefferson's Trophy or something like that. Of course, Virginia versus Florida State this past year, 2025, didn't Florida State lose in overtime on the road as like a heavy favorite to Virginia? And that's when Florida State's season just crumbled, just like it did 2024. I guess Florida State fans don't talk about 2024, 2025. That Seminoles team is dead to them, but 2025 started off so promising after killing Alabama, then they just completely let the wheels fall off after losing to Virginia on the road as a favorite. Winston played amazing last game, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. I think I threw like 15 interceptions with him in season one, which is first most. Second most is like when I threw 12 with Braxton Miller, Ohio State season one. We're going to hit Webb. Webb and Courtsitis are the two primary wide receivers now.
That's a gain of 13 on the play. First down.
They're having a breakout season after just one game. And our run game issues continue. We cannot just have that unaddressed. We need to run the ball. We can't just throw it and only do that. Throw it away. We had R1 open, but no time. It's caught. Benjamin. Whitfield was in the area, too. He could have caught it.
First down.
Number 3, Bama. Number 4, A. And we're playing each other. Not there. Throw it away. We're going to try to throw it away a lot more this year, not turn it over. Whitfield caught it. Virginia, I saw, they put up at least 30, so they're going to be a competent offense that we're going up against.
Number 7 carries the ball. Gain of 7 on the play. That makes it first and 10.
Again, our run game just is struggling.
That makes it second and 8.
Underneath to Benjamin, it's going to get caught.
That's a gain of 10 on the play. First down.
Man left, man left.
Courtsitis can't hang on to it.
That makes it second and 10.
And as a team, we've not lost since the Florida game of the last game of the year in 2013. So it's been almost 2 years since we've lost. Yeah, it's a lot of winning under our belt. Jones. You know, we had some close calls against Florida and Miami. Miami twice last year and Florida once last year. Miami almost beat us in season 1, too. So Miami and Florida, you already know, are going to be our toughest opponents of the year. Those are scripted games in favor of the CPU. We call a screen, and yeah, we're going to have that blocked, and Pender's going to score a touchdown off the screen for the second game in a row. So I don't know what kind of offense Virginia runs. I don't know if it's no huddle or if they huddle every play. So we went 4-2-5 just in case they did go no huddle. And it looks like they don't.
Personal foul. Flipping. Offense. Still second down.
Certainly can't let Wofford take off and run.
Thomas makes the tackle.
Daquan Mizzo.
Gain of 2 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Two times. Four down. Mike 12. Mike 12. Down.
Oh, he shot the gap too eagerly with Ramsey. No, he shouldn't be able to just zigzag and dance around.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Check Mike 12.
Oh, we're all over that. No, sir. No, sir.
Loss of 3 yards on the play. 3rd down.
Four down. Mike 12. Mike 12.
I love how it clicked me on to anyone but someone who was nearby Watford. So that's what they're going to do. So we're going to go aggressive when they keep it contained then. I think he was down. Pretty sure he was down. Yeah, he's down.
The previous play is under review.
Yeah, he's down. A full yard short, too.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Guys, double tight. Four down. 12's the Mike. Here we go. Run hard.
This is going to be one of those games. Is it game? Are you going to make Virginia unstoppable when they suck? Jones.
Call it a gain of 18 yards. First down.
Man left, man left. Four down, four down. Mike 34, Mike 34. Set. Blue 14. Hut.
Benjamin caught. Gain of 8. That's probably the last play of the quarter. Winston playing smart. Throwing it away. Not taking sacks.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
Call it a gain of 2 yards. That makes it first and 10.
Oh, here we go. Oh, Mike 34, Mike 34. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Hut.
Makes the tackle. Call it a gain of 11 yards. First down.
Man left, man left. Ruin, ruin. 34 is the Mike. 34 is the Mike.
Caught. Courtside. This is courtside. 23. Under his second touchdown of the game.
The extra point attempt is good. The Seminoles line up for the kickoff. Number 32, needs to return. The kickoff is down for a touchdown.
Four down, four down. Mike 12. Mike 12. Hut.
Rambo with the catch. Guarding on tackle at the 32-yard line. That'll bring up second and 3.
There.
Loss of 2 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
Man left, man left. Kick the edge. Go, go.
Not enough for a first.
Thomas with the tackle. Gain of 2 yards. 4th down.
Whitfield. Oklahoma playing to be determined at the bottom. Interesting. I didn't know to be determined was a team. Whitfield caught.
That makes it first and 10.
And it's off to McIntosh. McIntosh. I think the O-line blocks way better for McIntosh than they do Pender.
Mike 34, Mike 34. Oklahoma,
That brings up second and 9.
Cruz. Look at Cruz. The new guy.
Cruz makes the grab.
But I don't even know his first name.
That makes it first and goal.
Filthy spin move, too. I should have just dove and
Check, check.
made sure I got in the end zone, but we're going to score right here anyway. Fender touchdown, his second. No, his third. He's got all 3 touchdowns. So far, offense is not struggling like it did in the first quarter. We're looking pretty fluid.
That'll make it second and 7.
And how did you get beat deep that bad? That was Keelan Smith who got beat. Yeah, we're not going to allow him to keep doing that. This is not a good team. I don't know why they're doing the thing where the game is giving them a boost just because they're lining up in the most simple formations. Good tackle from Ramsey.
That's a gain 1 on the play. That brings up second and goal.
Let me intercept that game.
Smith on the coverage. That makes it third and goal. Timeout on the field.
Nope, not going to get there. Great goal line defense.
That brings up fourth and goal.
Danford getting upset as the 8th ranked team in the nation. We're going to chew the rest of these first half away. That's not a good throw. Bad throw from Winston.
That makes it second and 10.
Taking off. And look how instantly they just know to chase me. They missed, though. He missed.
Benjamin was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
In your face.
Cruz again. I don't know his first name. Tayshaun Cruz. Is he a new recruit?
That makes it 1st and 10.
Benjamin. Gonna be short. We'll let the clock tick.
Make it 2nd and inches.
Gonna throw that to Minkintosh. We'll call a timeout. We only have one remaining. That's going to be a touchdown. It's caught. Courtside. He's courtside. Dot from Winston. Got to hold Virginia to no points. And yeah, in the Ohio State videos, all of them are out now. So all of season 3 is what would have been finished and uploaded by now. By the time this comes out. Yeah. Why is that just open? We got one heels dropped.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Is Virginia just gonna give up? It looks like they did. Interesting. They're gonna go down 18, but they do get the ball to start the second half first.
Florida State is lined up for the kickoff. Number 32 back to return.
We just need to keep doing what we're doing on defense. Don't allow Watford to scramble around. To be determined is a very active team today, it seems. They're playing OU, they're playing someone else. The draw.
Number 32, ball carrier. Gain of 1 on the play.
They're 5 wide. Okay. We're going to go quarter. They got that. Exception, Ramsey. User pick. Jalen Ramsey. Not a good throw from Watford. Benjamin wide open.
Harris with the tackle. Gain of 17 yards. First down. Number 36 brings him down. Gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
We're going to throw that to Webb. You can't make a miss. You got 17, though.
That's good for a gain of 17 yards. First down.
Wow, what a grab from Jones. Using his 6'4" frame to get that.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Port side is caught.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
He was not even going to follow me. I had that whole sideline, and he didn't follow me. I was too scared that he was going to try and tackle me, but he didn't. Just went. Gosh, bro. Why was it thrown like that? Like, Brian Webb was coming back to the football. Why was it not thrown to him? The CPU can do that all the time, and it's accurate. Ramsey's in the backfield. Yeah, Ramsey's a very good, like, flat edge defender that I usually do in a 4-2-5 defense. He's like the perfect guy for that. Sacked.
Loss of 1 on the play. That makes it 3rd and 11.
Man left, man left. Four down, four down. Mike 12, Mike 12.
Penalty
Oh, they moved.
play.
Now back him up.
False start. Offense. Still third down.
Tight right, tight right. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
That's not going to be enough for a first down. A stiff arm animation is not going to help you, Virginia.
Gain of 10 on the play. That brings up 4th and 7.
That's the way to hit.
Return for a gain of 5 yards.
Mike 34.
Jones.
That's a gain of 14 yards on the play. First down.
Check, check.
Court side. Again, he's court side. He's court side. And that whole interception would have been avoided if, for whatever reason, that was an accurate throw to him. That wasn't a touchdown. For whatever reason, it was inaccurate. I don't know why. He was wide open. Ender in open space.
Number 7 with the run. Gain of 22 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
Hey, hold him there. Hey, check right set. Tag 19.
Touchdown, Pender. He's got literally all touchdowns. Well, he doesn't, but he's got that's his 4th. They've all been goal line touchdowns.
Kick is good.
To be determined again is playing another team. Wow. They must have a really huge team. They must have team A, team B, team C. They're playing OU too. They must have a whole
The kickoff is down for
varsity, junior varsity, JV squad.
Mike 12. Mike 12. Good job. Too easy, too easy.
He keeps trying to take off.
Two times. Four down. Mike 12. Mike 12.
He barely got that too. If I would have gotten through, that would have been tackle for loss.
That'll move the chains for another Virginia. First down.
Mike 12.
Number 32 with the reception. Gain
Man, I read that too. And how is it thrown away from me? We get them fours up. We're up by 25 heading to the fourth. Ramsey slows him down. Edwards cleans up.
That is a loss of 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Darby, you cannot get beat.
Call it a gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Here we go. You can't just keep taking off unaccounted for. Chris Cash for cashing in on the sack.
That brings us 3rd and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Not enough for first. What is Virginia going to do? Yep, not enough. I don't know how he didn't get that either. That looked pretty close to me. Gonna send out the starters. I really don't know how he was short. It looked like he got it.
Call it a gain of 9 yards. That brings up 2nd and 1. Number 68 makes the tackle. Call it a gain of 1 yard. That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
Check. 200 check. 200 check.
Number 7 makes the tackle. Call it a gain of 6 yards. 1st down.
Gonna be methodical and chew the clock. And Bama loses in a shootout to A&M. They just abandoned Jones. Bama's been scoring a lot, but they've been giving up a lot of points. And A&M's been scoring a lot, and they've also been giving up a lot of points. That's how he just phased through my players there. Gaines with the catch. He's wearing Christian Jones's number. Yeah, that was a very good throwaway, Coker.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want none. They don't want none of this. Try left. Four down. 34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Here we go.
That's his caught, Tayshaun Cruz.
First down.
Here we go. Try right. Four down. Here we go.
Look at Jeremy McIntosh. He's moving different. He may start over Pender, not gonna lie.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
We may do that. We might start McIntosh over Pender because the O-line just blocks better for him. They just do.
Here we go. 14. Check. Hammerhead. Set. Green 90.
That's probably going to do it. We're going to advance to 2-0. And Virginia, who got like 30 a game or so, is going to just get held to 10. Defense again doing its thing. Could he easily scored there? Chose not to. Well, we still win. Love how they gave him a falling forward animation and he just got the first no matter what. They're not going to do a Hail Mary? That's going to be game 35-10 is your final. FSU is 2-0, and I don't know who's beating us. Louisville may be our closest fight outside of Miami and Florida. We just got to get ready for those games. Jeremy McIntosh may get the start over Pender, so he can have some juice to the running game. Winston, 20 for 29, threw a 4-2 touchdown. Did throw a pick, though. Was sacked only once. 60% completion percentage. The longest pass was 37 to Corsitis. McIntosh, 44. Pender, 3 touchdowns. Look at that. 49 yards rushing. That tells you that the touchdowns were just goal line touchdowns. Winston had 29. Run game needs to do better. McIntosh came in and had more. He had more rushing yards in a quarter than Pender did in 3 quarters. So, yeah, McIntosh is getting the start. Jones at 65, 58 for Benjamin, and Cruz at 64, 70 for Courtside and a touchdown, 30 for Webb, 26 for Whitfield, 12 for Gaines. Defensively, Thomas, 8 tackles, 2 tackles for loss and a sack. Tackle for loss and interception for Jalen Ramsey. He also had 6 tackles. Tackle for loss for Edwards, 1 for Thomas, a sack, and a tackle for loss for Casher. Watford was just 19 for 22. We did pick him off. We sacked him twice as well. Long for 37. 157.9 QBR. 172 through the air. Touchdown, interception. Just 44 yards rushing for Mizell. 25 for Watford. 30 for Morgan. Mizell had 62. 52 for Gamble. McFarland had 21. 15 for Mackey. And their only touchdown was Damian Anderson. It was just a 1-yarder. The final game of the video, we're playing Duke. All of our opponents that we've been playing have not won a game. You know, Michigan, of course, we were our first game. They lost. Virginia was 0-2. Now they're 0-3. And Duke is also 0-2. So we've not played any comp. Played no comp. And I couldn't remember if Duke goes no huddle or not. So I just went to 4-2-5. Just to be safe. Because a 4-3 is not a good defense to be caught in. When you're facing a no huddle team, we need as many DBs on the field as we can if they're going to go up tempo. And this game should have been played at Duke because we played against Duke. We've never played at Duke. We always keep playing Duke at home. This is our 3rd year in a row playing Duke at home. We should play Duke at their place for once. And he just threw it right to Oligwe. Turnover, first possession, first play of the game. Thomas Sark. Awful read. Bukime Oligwe. Just right to him. They went slants. It was not there. And we're going to employ our very lethal play action, which they actually read, but still got it to Kelvin Benjamin over the field. Play action has been super lethal. Going to get Benjamin again. He's going to stiff arm that linebacker to the ground. And Calvin, who is for sure gone without a doubt next year. This is his final year here. Fender. I thought about, starting McIntosh, who the O-line I've seen blocks better for McIntosh than they do Pender. But maybe it's too early in the season. Maybe I get some Pender more touches. Still not in the end zone. We don't have good running plays. We don't have a good inside zone. We don't have a good HB dive. We don't have any of that. I say that needed to be a touchdown. We lined up in stick to spread them out, only to go inside where it was open. That sounded not like I was talking about football, but I was. So on 4th and goal, we score. I could have easily read that too. And yeah, I was right to be in a 4-2-5 because Duke does indeed go no huddle. Ramsey and others are there. They completely stuffed that. I was afraid I was offsides. Matthew Thomas in on the tackle. And Ramsey in his, third year with the Seminoles. Having a breakout year. Quick throw. It's caught. All they've been calling so far is slants.
That makes it first and 10.
Yeah, I took that away. Man, I was using Ramsey wide on Rice on that route.
Number 16 makes the tackle. That's good for a gain of 11 yards. First down.
Duke finding some success on offense. I think it's time we go with that. Ramsey is there, loss of 2. He is the perfect defender for that flat that I love to use in a 4-2-5 defense. For anyone that knows me, I love using a 4-2-5 and having a player sit right here screaming off the edge unblocked. That's my favorite place to be. Could have been a zone. That's annoying. Wide open Isaiah Jones. Duke's not going to do that the whole game. They're not just going to keep short throws all the way down the field. Not happening. We're going to stop that. Jones again, wide open, and he may take this to the house. Yep, touchdown. Isaiah Jones. 54 yards in 2 plays. In 2 plays. We score. Isaiah Jones. Safety had to make a choice. All right, so it seems that the zone gives them a problem. So I think that's what we need to stay in, is the zone. They seem to have trouble with it. How did you get beat deep? How did you get beat by a dude like that? This is the first time we're playing a team that goes no huddle. So this is a true test for us.
That's a gain of 11 on the play. That makes it first and 10.
Okay, let me pick the play. Literally can't even pick a play. I have 1 second to choose a play. Oh, I was so close, and the CPU got scared. The CPU got scared. I was very close to that. I knew where it was going. Ramsey misses, but the other guys clean up. No gain on that. And that one incompletion ruined the drive. Now they got to punt. Throw to Newberry, who, for whatever reason, doesn't go straight, decides to go backwards. I hate when the game does that. Just catch it and turn. How hard is that? Catch it and turn. Courtside is quick throw. He's courtside. And look at courtside is putting on the moves. Courtside is courtside for the Lakers game. I guess since we're in Florida, the Miami Heat game. Called that twice and we gotten 0 yards both times. Starting to think that that's not a good play call. Middle to Benjamin. Underneath is there. Winston is 7 for 7. Been very efficient. Throw it away. Throw it away. Got rid of that in the nick of time. That's going to be in the first quarter. We're going to be up 14-7. We're facing our first ever up-tempo team. We're going to see how our defense does. So far, a little too early to tell. We have forced 2 stops out of 3 possessions. Now Winston can't take off, and that's what he's going to do. I didn't need Benjamin to come back to the football. I clicked on just in case to see if he was going to step in front of it. It's floating in. It's going to get caught to courtsitis. Man, our run game is bad. It is bad. Jones, his second touchdown. He was not going to be denied. He broke 2 tackles on the way in. Offense is just flowing now. This is the most flow I've ever seen from this offense. Yeah. Jimbo Fisher agrees we need to be in a zone like the majority of the time. Need to be in a zone. How do they still catch that? They're just calling slants and curl flats over and over again. We're there, nothing, lost it 2. Ukime Iligwe on the tackle for loss. Man, he had me beat, but he didn't throw it there. We got lucky. But again, we went zone that. Again, that slowed down their offense. So I'm telling you, the zone is giving them problems. They can't run their offense that smoothly. And we went 98 yards for a touchdown. We were all the way at the 1 or the 2. Gonna hopefully choose some clock. Gonna hit Calvin Benjamin while they blitzed, and they didn't get there in time. Ender's gonna fall forward. He really has a chance to be a really good running back. It's just the lanes have not been there. So on top of the speed for Pender. And he stepped out, longest run of the season. 22 yards. He has the capability. He just needs the lanes. Pender, good blocking. Good blocking, Benjamin. Very good blocking on the outside. McIntosh just spun right into a tackle. I need to put gloves on him.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
Man left, man left. Four down, four down. Check, check. Lion, lion.
Pender still up. Finally brought down for 11.
Blue 14, blue 14.
I love how he just shed at the exact right moment.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
Check, check. Check, check. Texas.
We're going to have Winston calls on. Actually, no, we're not. I was not expecting a defender to still be right there. I thought they were going to vacate the area. They did not. I don't know how that wasn't picked. What even happened on that? It looked like Isaiah Jones just straight up took the ball from the safety. Low key. Whitfield was open. Why? That's a touchdown. This was a super dangerous throw. How did he not get that? I guess his hands just didn't line up. I mean, it phases through his hand. It literally phases through his hands. Wow, that is crazy. I would be so pissed if I was the defender. Wow, I would be mad. It phased through my hands first, and then if that happened to me, if it phased through my hand first, and it just got phased through to the CPUs, and should have just threw it to X. That was an easy touchdown, though. We had 3 timeouts in 23 seconds to do something. And since we know that they go no huddle, we're going to be in this. I knew they'd try that. Nope. And I think we're going to open halftime in that defense too. We got enough data on them. We're going to open in the second half in a nickel defense or a quarter defense. We're up 27. Duke only scoring on their first possession, and that's it. Well, no, they didn't score on their first possession. They scored on their second possession, but then punted after that. Ramsey back deep to return. Jalen to the 30. Oh, Pender could have been out of there. He could have been gone. Pender, season high so far, 112 on the ground. And we've just not been a good rushing team, so I'm very glad that it's working out this game. And look at the speed. Like, Pender has the capability. He's fast. Pender again, another first. He's just coming out of his break much faster than before. Maybe it's like a momentum thing. Got 137. McIntosh on the carry. They had to make that inaccurate, or else that was going to be a touchdown. Cruz, why did you stiff arm that way? Why? Thankfully, they gave me forward progress. Middle is just wide open. They're asking to get run on. They were asking for it. And they're touchdown. They can't stop it. We literally ran it the entire drive. Great blocking, too. So this is a preview of what the run game can look like at its best. It looks pretty scary. It feels like Duke has way more than just 7. Just how many times they've had the ball. We're going to open in a quarter defense, kind of slow down because they're struggling against the zone. But it's exactly what we're going to be in. Ramsey, how do you give that up? The swarm, all I care about. If they're just going to throw it sideways, that's fine. Nothing down the field, though. They can throw it sideways all day long. But I say, how is that still caught? So third down again. They've not really shown that they'll take off and scramble. They're going to run it, and that's not a smart decision. I was right there with Thomas. They lose yards. Right there. Instantly. Ran right around 67. And Duke, again, has to punt. Peculiar play calling. They thought, CPU thought they could catch me lacking. Nope. We're going to keep feeding Pender and sub him out once the third quarter ends. Again, having a running attack just changes everything for this offense. Think through one, you got to block the linebacker, not someone down the field. Pender got it. 158 and 2 touchdowns. By far his best game of the season. Pender, they got no answer for him. No answer. Watch, we're going to catch them slacking. I told you! Benjamin! Beautifully thrown ball from Winston that we caught him lacking. I think Brian Webb was more open, but we went there instead. Pender. He may become a Heisman candidate if you keep running the ball like this. Yeah, you chose the wrong hole. Touchdown. Or wrong gap, I should say. Clemson is a game that is, I would say it can be scripted sometimes. For the Florida and the Miami game, that is certainly a scripted game I'm already expecting. I had the craziest scripted game ever in the Ohio State Dynasty Season 3 that just wrapped up. It was against Michigan, so I am well aware of the lengths the CPU will go to if it has a predetermined script. Well aware. They keep throwing it sideways, and again, I'm completely okay with that. Completely fine with it. How is he still not down? Yeah, that's just thrown to nobody. No one was open. Nobody. Now they're going to go screen pass. No, it's picked off. Mario Edwards. He leaped in there and got that. I was fully prepared to do a chase down tackle with Ramsey. Mario Edwards, future Buffalo Bill, right? Mario Edwards? No? Wow. What an interception. That caught me off guard completely. That was not what I was expecting. We'll take it, though. Here comes Jacob Coker. McIntosh, he's slower than Pender. And he's going to almost get in the end zone. Good blocking from 84. That's not going to be the last play of the game. Oh, well, we'll snap another play. Just throw it away. Nobody was running with me, so we'll just throw it away, live to see another down, take it to the sack. They're leaving the middle, just wide open, vacated touchdown. They couldn't have scripted a better game, offensively or defensively. Again, for going up against a no-huddle team for the first time, I'd say we're doing pretty good. We're going to stay in this defense. They've not solved it yet. They are struggling. Yeah, I was right there. Jammed him and everything. The only thing I'd say is sometimes you can get beat deep, especially near the sideline. Let's start calling. Putting any amount an inch later. Pay now by logging in here. See, that's it. That's the only way to beat it if we just keep giving up that. Sack him. It's ridiculous. It didn't let me get there. I knew where that was getting thrown to. Of course, the CPU can die for it, but not my player. That should have been intercepted.
I got one. Hey, watch the slant.
Thomas runs it down. It's a loss of 3.
That brings up second and 13.
How is that caught?
Thomas is the tackle. Called being 22 yards. That makes it first and 10.
Mike 12.
Incomplete pass. Number 85 was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10.
All right, now the field shrinks. Ramsey was there, slowed him down, loss of 2.
That saves us 2 yards on the play. That brings up third and 12.
And they certainly are in go for it territory here. He's not in.
That makes the reception. Number 42.
I don't know how he still found someone open.
That'll make it fourth and 2.
And they're certainly working hard just to get a touchdown. Intercepted right to Ronald Darby. Great coverage. That's the CPU's go-to is the slants. He was running the route for him. He was not fooled on that. That has to be backbreaking for Duke. All of that effort to go from 4th and 2 and still come away with no points. That must suck. That must suck. 3 interceptions this game. That was great defense, too. McIntosh, look at the McIntosh and the speed. Kind of want to take our time with this one. Who do we have next? Who's next on our schedule? We've been slaughtering everybody. I mean, our lowest margin of victory was 25. We could have put up 42 easily on Virginia. Yeah, Jerry McIntosh has got some potential. We look very good, though. Like, we look very put together, complete. Really, since the first game, I'd say we looked put together. We looked like a complete team. The most complete I've ever seen us since really week 2 and 3 of season 1, where we looked dominant.
Lane makes the tackle. That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll bring up third and 4.
We're going to advance to 3-0. Do you guys think the Big Ten will win its fourth championship this year? Because they won in 2024 with Michigan. Then they won again 2025 with Ohio State. And then this past year, 2026 with Indiana. That's three straight Big Ten championships in a row, won by each, like a different Big Ten team, Michigan, Ohio State, Indiana. Does the Big Ten have a fourth title in them? Will it be Ohio State? Will it be Michigan? Oregon is considered a Big Ten team now. I think it's very possible. Not been keeping up with college football at all in real life. We got so many other things to do, like manage the Bible channel and learning Japanese for the Japanese channel, and just learning Japanese as a hobby in general, get more serious with it. And trying to think of, what to do with the vlogging channel. Just not been keeping up with real football, but I'll still watch it. Yeah, I have no clue who's like a favorite, who's not. I would assume like, Georgia, LSU, Clemson, Bama, the usuals. Of course, my team, OU, they're always a wild card. I think we're going to have the tier back again, so that's something.
Ready! Grade 95! Grade!
Yeah, it just wasn't Duke's game at all. Probably should have took a knee there, but what does it matter? Duke should just hand it off and call it a game. They were outplayed, outmatched, just inferior in every category you could think of.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Two down. Mike 12, Mike 12.
That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Tight right. Two down. 12's the mark.
Why are they running the ball? It's so odd. How odd. Thankfully, they don't call a timeout because, again, like, why would you?
Mike 12. Mike 2. X7.
Yeah, that's not enough. That's going to be game. We're going to win this one 56-7, just pure dominance. We look like the best team in the country and probably going to win it back to back again. I have no clue who we play next. Pender, 182, 3 touchdowns, had a career game. Best game of the season for sure, easily. Our run game looked very good. But again, Duke sucks. They're 0-2, so I don't really know if it's a case of them sucking or we're just the better team. Yeah, that was Duke's only offensive highlight. After that, just 2 more turnovers and just a bunch of punts. They didn't even get field goals. Darby, Edwards, Aligwe picked off Surf 3 times. Shut out for 3 straight quarters. Winston was 14 for 16, 235, 3 touchdowns. Should have thrown an interception in the end zone. Did not. Face through his hands. He's over on 99. Wow. 272.7 QBR, no interceptions, wasn't sacked at all either. 54 was his longest to Benjamin, 87% completion percentage. Pender 182, 3 touchdowns. McIntosh had 90, 2 touchdowns, 13 for Winston. Receiving Benjamin at 93 touchdowns for Isaiah Jones, 3. Courtsitis had 51. So we got weapons. Benjamin, Jones, Courtsitis. I forget about Cruz. Vince Thomas, 6 tackles, 4 tackles for loss. He was everywhere. Oligwe had a tackle for loss, 4 tackles for him, an interception on the very first play of the game. Ramsey had a tackle and 2 tackles. He's still a very good defender, though, especially in that spot where he's on the edge coming in. I like him there. He's like the perfect player for that. Interception for, actually, Nile Lawrence had a tackle for loss. Interception for Darby, and an interception for Edwards. Take a look at Duke. Thomas Sirk. My camera too good? Thomas Sirk was 107.1 QBR, 25, 39, 232 through the air, 1 touchdown. Picked him off 3 times. He wasn't sacked, though, longest 26. He kept throwing it away. 64% completion percentage. We picked him off 3 times. Duncan, 8 yards rushing. Powell at 4, Sirk -2. Reeves at 50, 45 for Barnes, 62 for Schneider. That he was their only touchdown at 6'7", 31 for Wide. Our next episode will feature Wake Forest, who is another 0-2 team. We've played 3 0-2 teams in a row. We've destroyed all of them. Next episode will feature Wake, the Turks, and North Carolina State, who have a combined record between all of them of 3 games won. So, could be more blowouts in the future. Like, comment, and subscribe.